Whatever little I made in life, I made it just like you. I buy 2 taxi, then I open a taxi company, and I go through the struggles just like everybody else. I want to thank those who thought that by releasing documents that they would somehow diminish me. I am a true Jamaican. I went through the Jamaican struggle. My salary today is about $9 million. The other man who claimed him a Tapanaris, who claimed him don't need no money from government, he take it. No weapon that they are conspiring to form against me.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness recently declared, "I don't know what a gold spoon looks like." A statement that should resonate with every hard-working Jamaican. It's not just a comment about class, but a direct challenge to a legacy of quiet generational privilege in Jamaica. It's a shot across the bow of old money, those long-established forces in our society who have long held the reins of wealth and influence. Holness is under the scrutiny of the Integrity Commission, stands at a crossroads familiar to many self-made individuals. When someone from humble beginnings gains wealth, power, and prominence, the question isn't always about how they did, but how dare they. This is a classic tension between old money and new money, and Jamaica is no exception to this global reality. There's a saying, old money is quiet, new money makes noise. And in Jamaican society, where class lines still run deep and invisible, this adage rings particularly true. Old money in Jamaica means inherited wealth, accumulated over generations through land ownership, colonial business interests, and long-standing family enterprises. Their money is cemented in boardrooms, gated communities, and legacy institutions. Their privilege is quiet, cloaked in tradition. New money comes from grit. It's earned through education, politics, music, sports, business, and back-breaking hustle. It's loud, not just because it can be, but because it must be. New money often carries the weight of justification. It arrives with a roadmap and dares to ask for a seat at the table where place cards were written generations ago. For Prime Minister Holness, his rise to the top from Spanish Town to Jamaica House is a powerful narrative, but it also places him squarely in the line of fire. His critics, perhaps more than ever, demand transparency. Fair enough. But scrutiny has a way of tipping into selective outrage when it targets those who disrupt the old hierarchies. What we may be witnessing is less about accountability and more about resistance to change. The old guard doesn't always welcome new players, especially those who make the game more visible. For them, wealth should be quiet, exclusive, inherited, not earned in full view of the public, not earned by people who didn't start with everything. This is bigger than Holness. His story mirrors that of many Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora who have had to outwork, outthink, and outlast circumstances stacked against them. They too know what it means to be seen as an upstart, to have their success questioned, their motives dissected, and their legitimacy challenged. It begs the question, are we truly ready for meritocracy? Or are we still beholden to a colonial system disguised as quiet tradition? As a nation, we must reckon with the uncomfortable truth that power in Jamaica has long had a particular face, pedigree, and postcode. But that is changing. The rise of new money from entrepreneurs in downtown Kingston to tech-savvy Jamaicans in the diaspora is a sign that the gatekeeping days are numbered. If the Prime Minister journey unsettles some, that might be a good thing. Discomfort often comes before transformation. And if new money makes noise, perhaps it's time we listen, not with suspicion, but with the curiosity and openness that prosperity demands.
Have you ever experienced classism or racism in Jamaica?
Yes, definitely, you know.
You experienced that in Jamaica?
Yeah, man, a lot.
Even though you're so famous and
Yeah, because people look at things as you're coming up and you're building yourself. And a lot of people don't want to see that, you know. And that, it's just life.
That's the people in Jamaica.
I've learned to just understand that not everybody's gonna appreciate what you have done. You understand? Some people, especially when I started out, it was more shocking than anything. That's why I said you have to learn from experience.
Yes.
And when I started out, that's how I ended up buying my house. Because I was living in a complex.
Yes.
And I had issues with a few of the
lighter skin people.
You understand?
Why? Because you're bringing your dancehall friend, them want to make up nice and area.
No, I used to live near a lawyer. And I remember when I moved in, he said to me, listen, be careful now. I said, what do you mean? He said, they don't like to see young people strive, because when I came in here, I was just 23.
Yeah.
And then they weren't happy to see me in this complex. And I couldn't believe it. And when it started happening to me a couple of times, I said, no, I have to buy a house and move out so I can have my own place.
You see what?
So I had to rush and get my house. Yeah, man.
Some of the lighter skin people,
they're not too happy to see it, because a lot of them, because them go to school and work years and years to reach.
True, and you just come
and me just come up. Because I suppose me get everything and me I live here, so me I do this. Them not happy.
So Badmind is a part of it. Your experience Badmind in Jamaica.
Strong man, strong.
Strong Badmind.